My name is Mark Hemmings, and my documentary is called The Clay Village of Transylvania. Each year I go to Eastern Europe, specifically in Romania, in the Transylvanian region. And the short film that you'll be seeing is the sort of following the history and life of an older man in a very small village called Agyagfalva in Hungarian. Shot with a very simple Canon 5D camera, which is accessible to most everyone. It's very exciting that the ability to make films is much easier these days because of cheaper equipment that does a great job. So glad you could come and hopefully enjoy that film.
My name is Greg Hemmings, and this is my older brother Mark. The film that I am, there's three films that collectively we've been part of in this section, and the film I'm speaking of is actually not mine, but it's my wife Jessica's. It's her first film called Feet Aren't Ugly, and it's all about this woman in Victoria, BC, who donates her time at hospice and with palliative patients rubbing their feet. And it's a sweet little film encouraging people to come closer to people who are experiencing their end days instead of stepping away. So I wish she could be here to enjoy it as well, but hope you guys enjoy it as well. And I'm going to pass it over to Lachlan, who is going to speak on the other film that we did, Matinee.
So our third film is Matinee, which is Fit to Print, which we shot down in Freeport, Maine, and it was a collaboration between two artists from Canada and two artists from Maine who came together and worked together, and it was really all about rebuilding the artistic exchanges between Canada and the United States and opening up that border again. So it was a really amazing experience to spend 3 days in the environment with these guys. They're really amazingly talented, and you'll see all the work that they did, so it was really fun to shoot it.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Silverwave. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to have my documentary, Gothic matriarch Catherine Hale, accepted into this film festival. I'd like to say that I'm very grateful for this experience, and I'd like to share with you briefly why. Catherine Hale is an 84-year-old local living legend here in Fredericton, and when Terry Graff introduced me to Catherine through photographs and her art at the art gallery and told me that she was 84, immediately I knew that I wanted to shoot a documentary. And I went home and lived with it for a week and said, no, he'll think I'm crazy, who is she? She won't, blah, 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 the whole thing. So I went back a week later, and when I mentioned it to Terry, he smiled and said, I'm meeting her in a few days, I'll let you know, and you'll come to her home, and so on. So Catherine was very gracious. She agreed immediately to the film. She let us, our crew, into her home for 5 hours the first day on June 2nd. And then the next thanks would definitely go out to Terry Graff for encouraging this film and supporting the film, and also to Bernie Reardon, who opened up the Beaverbrook for us, literally. We shot 7 times in total from June till the end of August. And the Beaverbrook, whenever I called, one afternoon from about 10 in the morning till 2, they shut the gallery down for us to film the last series of interviews. And thirdly, the Film Co-op. I'm a new member this year, and while I do have an academic film background from Queens, I've been a painter and an art teacher. And this is the first time in years I've made a decision to seriously focus on documentary film. And so to have Catherine Hale, the first in the series Art of Living, it's quite an honor. And again, I can't thank Kat and Tony enough. And lastly, my heart goes out to all the members of the Film Co-op who graciously gave their time, their cameras, their lighting, their editing, their sound. The 6 a.m. shoot at the cemetery, everyone showed up on time. It was, I guess we're Canadian, so we're on time for everything. And that was really impressive. And also, lastly, the extras, and you'll see who they are at the end. And I just want to mention something. I've only seen this on a tiny laptop. And I kept saying to Joel Thompson, who did the last bit of editing, let's make the fonts larger, because when I see the credits at the end of a film, I like them to be slow, and I like to read them, and I like to be able to see them. So if the fonts are 6 feet high at the end, please laugh with me, because it's conceivable that could happen. So thank you all so much. And Catherine, please stand up. Here's your 84-year-old graphic matriarch.
All right, and we seem to be missing someone. Is Beau Bear here? Beau Bear, hurry up! You're holding up the screening.
Thank you. It's great to see you all out. I was a bit late because I was out trying to find some berries, and I gotta tell you, I barely found any. I've got a little story here to tell you about my habitat and that of my forest friends, but rather than bare my soul to you at the moment, I'll let you see the film, and then maybe you can come back and get a bear hug. And I've got some other information for you if you're interested. Thanks so much for being here. I'm just so excited I can barely contain myself.